Alright guys, it's me Giga, and welcome to another devlog video of Verdelia the Sacred Forest. It's been a while since the last one. I haven't done any videos on this since August. But here we are. We've done a lot of changes to this game and we're going to be talking about them in this very video, so stick around. Today we're going to be talking about some new gameplay mechanics, some new artwork, the overhaul of graphics, and a new character. So make sure to stick around for that. So without further ado, let's jump right in and take a look at what's new in store for the game. So let's talk about the first thing that's been changed in this game, the artwork and the sprites. In the old demo, the old sprites were pretty bad. It looked kind of bland and boring and dull, especially with the background, and even for the main character, he didn't have his original design. Since Sage 2020, I decided to update the sprites and make them look much better. The result is this. As you can see, the graphics look a lot cleaner, the level sprites are much more detailed, the enemies look much better. They still need redesigning, but I will get to the redesigning in a minute. The main change was how Rain looks in-game. He now has his hair, which was missing from the last version, and this was made to fully reflect his final design. Speaking of which is much better than what I had originally in mind. He looks much more cartoony and expressive than before, where he looked a bit too serious. His design went through a lot of iterations and changes over time, and this is the final design that he has for now. For this design of the character, he was influenced by characters such as Sonic the Hedgehog and Mighty the Armadillo, but by far his biggest influence was on myself as a person. He was made to share a lot of similarities with me, and that is how I felt the character should be. The designs for the other two characters, Vancouver and Toronto, have also been improved. We'll leave on that for now. We'll move on to the gameplay mechanics, what's been added, what's been changed, and what's been going on since I last left. This new version of Verdelia, I've worked on the gameplay mechanics a lot as well. Let's start off with the combat. The combat has been significantly improved compared to the last version of the game. There is now a lot more impact when you strike an enemy and kill one. This is indicated by the screen shaking effect happening when you hit an enemy, and when you kill one of these guys, a new explosion effect has been added to give the player a sense of satisfaction for when they do kill one. Like before, you can climb up and down ladders with ease just by pressing up or down when you hit a ladder. That is self-explanatory. There's handles to grab on and these little pulley things that pull you up. It's kind of like springs except you hang on them, but whatever. And for all you Sonic purists out there, yes, we have added grinding into the game, but it works a little bit differently compared to what you might expect. For one, there is now a stamina bar above the top of your head. When you grind, you lose stamina. You can hold down the X button to gain some more speed, but that'll reduce your stamina a lot much quicker. If you run out of stamina, you'll fall off the rails. Simple as that. I did this to ensure that grind rails actually have a purpose instead of just looking cool for no reason. What you'll also notice is that Rain now has a downward dive kick move. If you hold down and press the jump button while mid-air, you'll perform this move. It helps you to descend much quicker than you normally would. It's useful for tight platforming or other sort of areas like that. Then we get the usual stuff like crates, they basically do nothing. Water, we'll get to that in a minute. And a new addition. There are now enemy trap rooms in the game. At certain points, you'll have to face off multiple waves of enemies in order to progress to the next area. There's a counter up the top to show you how many enemies you need to defeat before you are able to move on to the next area of the game. What is also new is the ability to switch your shields at any time. On the bottom right, you'll be able to see your action meter, but just above that is a little slot for shields. Whenever you pick up a shield, the last one you have will automatically go into that slot. If you want to change it any time, just press the designated button while standing still. No extra strings attached. Of course, healing and dark power are still in this game, and there's now new special effects for it, so take a look at these. Now that all the new gameplay mechanics have been covered, it's time to get into quite possibly one of the biggest new additions into Verdelia. One of the two new playable characters in this game. Yes, that's right, Toronto the Caribou is one of the new characters playable in this game. I have been working on him for the most amount of time since Sage, and now he is finally ready to be shown. As you can see, Toronto's moves are revolved around fire and pyrokinesis abilities. His main influence was Scorpion from Mortal Kombat, as you can see by a whole lot of the moves. He was even supposed to be given a spear move, but I took it out for various reasons. But let's talk about his moves. Firstly, Toronto has not only a forward teleport dash like Rain's multi-dash, he can also do it backwards and wrap around the other side of the screen to confuse his enemies. His main weapon is of course the Flame Axe, an extremely powerful weapon that can damage pretty much anything. It's probably the strongest weapon in the game in fact. Toronto, however, isn't as versatile as Rain with his attacks, but he is incredibly strong. Toronto also has two special moves which use his action meter. The first is the ability to shoot a fireball. He can charge this fireball to do more damage, and it creates an explosion on contact that will damage nearby enemies. His second special move is the ability to raise flames from the ground. If he's close enough to an enemy, that flame will hit that enemy directly and they will be sent flying into the air, and then this can be done for more damage. He also has the ability to tread water, which Rain doesn't have, but unfortunately it's not shown in this video. It is in the game, however. Toronto's gameplay more revolves around combat than actual platforming or getting to the end quickly. For his stages, I plan to have them all be the same for every single character. However, Toronto will usually take the hardest routes. He'll usually be fighting enemies the most, and using his abilities, he'll have certain areas where only he can access and none of the other characters can. This should lead to an interesting and unique gameplay experience. And that's going to be the end of this devlog video for Viridilia the Sacred Forest. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, then make sure to leave a like, give a comment, and please consider subscribing to the channel as well for more updates like this. If you really want to try this game out, there's a link to a demo in the description. You can play via GameJolt and Itch.io. By the way guys, I plan to have a new demo for this game out by January 2021. Yes, January 2021. With all the content in it, with new characters and all of that. So make sure to check that out. In the next devlog video, we'll be taking a look at Vancouver the Kitsune and additional content such as hub worlds and new stages. I plan to have a Patreon for this game sometime soon so that you can support me if you want to help the production of this game. If you want to see even more updates to this game, then check out the official Twitter account in the description. And if you really want to hang out with the community, then make sure to join the Discord server for this game where you can get to see more updates. And you can even talk to me and other members, and you might be able to help out with the game as well. Who knows? But anyways, that's it from me. So thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Hope you have a great day. I'm out.